Bacon grease.
Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you missed it, we back with the weekly Dick Pullers, Big Game of Small Talk podcast. And you see the title of the video. Sony rawly screws over their whole European fan base. Not only they did not show up at Gamescom, they also are raising the price of PSN. Jesus Christ. So what's it going for? How much is it here in Europe? Is it more than here in the States?
Man, I don't know what the conversion rate is, but I guess it's like the equivalent of like $5 or whatever. You know what I mean? But they're only raising it like this, right? They're raising it monthly or the 3-month subscription, right? If you still get it the year, it's the same price. But still, I mean, they're basically saying, hey, spend the $50 up front. Or
they're forcing them into the year.
Yeah, that's basically what they're doing.
Why though?
How much is they upping it? Like, what is it now?
It's like $14.50.
Yeah, it's
I'm talking about for the 3 months. How much is it?
Oh, it's I think it's is it well?
It's like $5 up. It's like 14 to 19.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like an extra $5.
So it's $20.
$24.
Yeah.
But for what though? I don't understand. What is the raise in price for though? Something new that they're offering?
They say market conditions are pushing them to raise the prices or something like that.
Third-party deals.
What about 25 billion then? I don't understand that. I don't understand.
Tim, that's that bacon grease.
One day we might be able to explain what's going on, man. I showed Mooch some of this. I have some evidence, or possibly coming, that Sony might not be all they seem as far as their sales, and he'll tell you. I mean, I can't talk about it on the air, but he'll tell you that I actually was in contact with someone who actually gave me some information.
Oh shit!
Yeah, if that comes to fruition, numbers are a lot more level playing field than we thought.
Yeah, if I get, but I told this guy, I was like, look, anybody can just message me this stuff. I was like, you got to get me some kind of documentation or something like that, and he was like, all right. So I mean, we'll see where that goes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna sit there and do a video off of.
Why the fuck, man? That's entertainment crap. The fuck, man? It's not.
Yeah.
Not legacy, man.
Well, you know, those people are like, well, crap gamer's crazy. Yeah, they're like, oh, the crap gamer's crazy. He's got that
exposed.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I don't want him to expose me again because then I'll get another $8.
This ain't no this crap. They don't have no understanding, and that the Tomb Raider will be a PS3 port. So, you know what I mean? Fuck it. It is what it is, man. Don't get no better than that, baby.
Yeah, I don't even think the PS3's getting a version of that.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. They don't get no better. They might. Shit.
You think? I don't know if they are, man. They might not even mess with it. Like, remember The Crew? They didn't even mess with it. The PS3 was such a joke to develop for, you know?
Yeah, well, yeah, that and the online was so shitty, too.
Yeah, that's true. Well, no, some things never change.
Some things never change.
Hey, you know, like, hey, I'm Sony. I'm leading in Europe. I'm kicking ass in Europe, right? So what am I gonna do? Bold strategy by Sony. Let's see. Okay, I'm Sony. Okay, let's see here. We got a 90% lead here in most of these territories. So what are we gonna do? Let's see. Let's release some exclusives this year. Nah, fuck that. Go to Gamescom? Nah. How about raise prices on PSN? Absolutely, because they're morons. They're too stupid to fucking realize that we're gonna screw them like this, and they don't care because we'll tell them to eat shit, and they will. You know what I mean? Basically. That's basically how those Sony fanboys operate. Like, whatever Sony tells them to do, they do it. Hey, soccer cars is the greatest thing ever. Holy shit, soccer cars! Damn, man.
You gotta say it. You gotta say it like
6 weeks straight.
Hell yeah, man.
You gotta be like this, like, oh, guys. I've been playing this cool game. It's called Soccer Cars.
Soccer cars.
I'm jamming on that trash.
That's rad.
It's rad.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Radical.
I've never seen, you know, any of these types of situations. You know what I mean? You know, I just think that it's a situation where, you know, people are just led by the nose. You know what I mean? It's sad. It is. It's really kind of sad.
It just shows you the strength the media really has. I mean, again, just to rehash what we've talked about in the last 5 minutes, you've got the media still peddling soccer cars. Like, that's amazing, guys. This is an amazing feat that has been done. Like, somebody must have bet somebody. Like, hey, like, remember that? What's that? Not Another Teen movie? Like, when the guy was like, I'll bet you to take a girl to the prom. They picked the ugliest girl, and you couldn't do it. This is the worst game made this year, and we've elevated it to Major League Gaming. I mean, you guys even understand? They've taken something that's literally Pitfall with cars and a ball, and they've actually just elevated this to like an echelon. I just can't fathom. And every time I write anything on Twitter, people are like, "Come on, Mooch, don't hate. It's free. It's fun." Yeah, listen, dude, I saw my grandmother playing a crossword puzzle. That lady was smiling ear to ear. That woman was so excited, but I don't want a crossword puzzle. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me something real, man. You know, we got free
Add
to
them
play.
pieces in that coffee.
I'm telling you, exactly. Those Pepto-Bismol
was
treats.
enjoying that trash, huh?
I'm telling you,
I don't want a crossword puzzle.
woman was happy. The woman was happy. But listen, like, in all honesty, we got Rare Replay. There's 30 games. There's nostalgia. There's history. Listen, dude, listen. I literally was laughing the other night because Jamie Moran, who follows our show, he sent out a meme of like Triple H all pissed off. He's like, this is me playing Battletoads. I was playing it at the same time. I almost broke that controller in half. This shit is so hard, but yet that's the shit we grew up on. No stories on that. They may say, hey, Rare Replay's doing good. Back to soccer cars. Radical. You know, and I'm like, come on, man. Like,
the Xbox is kicking ass.
Well, I'll
Yeah,
tell
it
you one
is.
thing. Rare Replay is selling like absolute hotcakes. So
Even the Xbox
you could
console.
say all that, but the bottom line is
Yeah.
that Rare Replay is showing what it's doing. It's been in top
it's a
10.
great.
It's been in
amazing.
top 10 in Amazon. It's like, how long has this been released? It's still in the top 10.
It'd be a week come
In
to
UK, it's the same thing in Amazon, and plus I know from I overheard through the grapevine, yeah, it's sold a ton. So,
He heard it
that's
through the
bottom
grapevine.
line.
It means he heard it from
Ooh.
official sources, because that's
Yeah.
Tip Dog. He is Microsoft. He is
Ooh.
like the
Yeah.
Microsoft dude. I mean, he did the Windows commercial for him and everything. He was invited out to E3. I mean, he's the man. So basically, he
You
knows
guys
what's
are
up.
good. Thank you, but it did well, and you know what? The guy who runs Rare, Craig Duncan, that guy is like the nicest dude, man. It was just like when I met him, I just we were talking, and he was just a really good guy. Like, so I'm very happy. Rare's back in a big way, and Sea of Thieves, I heard possibly Cloud Water. I didn't hear that through the grapevine, but it's a possibility. So I don't, I guess the cloud calculations from the water will actually, you could probably have waves and crazy stuff going on. So that's huge.
Well, that's what they said. They said that when I was watching one of the tech demos. They said in the instance of Crackdown 3, the cloud computation would actually be the destruction of differential physics of how the machine breaks down the building. And they said in other games it will render background or other things that used to be, like you said, now you can get finite, like detailed waves. I don't know if we can actually get like that in NVIDIA.
Yeah, like who knows? Like it would have the water supposedly is amazing, but I guess we got to see it before. And there's so many things that open up with cloud. I mean, you remember the game Rampage? You guys remember that?
Absolutely.
That game you could forget about. Ripping people out of the thing and looking awesome with real life. You see a couch flying. You know what I mean? It just opens up a new ball game.
The
So
AI, the AI can totally be handled by the cloud.
Right.
We can free up the CPU.
Mhm.
It can be used for other things. So it's a lot that can be used. Like I said, I wish they would have stayed with their vision of always online. So just things that we're happy about now, we've been with the scene. You know what I mean? Even with the first developers with these dev kits, I had like the console's always going to be online. So even with like I said with their dev kits, from what I understood from back then, that it was supposed to help with a lot of stuff as far as the Xbox One. But I just at the end of the day, what I like the most about everything that they showed, even with Crackdown 3, is that everybody is talking about the multiplayer. So now they're gonna have another big multiplayer game like Halo, like Gears. You know what I mean? Everybody's talking about this multiplayer. You know what I mean? And Crackdown is never, like I said, not has been really been known for its multiplayer. Whatever the case. But
It had good co-op. It was always known for really good co-op.
Everybody's talking about the multiplayer aspect of this game. It might even go competitive or whatever the fuck the case may be.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about it. So then Microsoft has really brought this franchise back from the ashes, from the ruins. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like
everybody's talking about it.
it's still even on, like, I see articles. It's like Crackdown 3. You can actually flatten out the entire city, use rocks and debris to take down enemies. I mean, that's limitless. And again, a big difference
You can pick
between
up rocks
this,
and throw 'em?
I guess.
Flatten-
I don't know.
Damn.
Just think about that. You can flatten the whole freaking city
The whole city is
and be
destructible,
fighting
100%.
on. Be fighting.
And not only
Still
that,
fighting
but
on
look,
bricks.
it's not like
and throwing that
like-
trash.
here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? Like a lot of the naysayers or whatever will say, oh well, they'll refer to Red Faction, right, which is pre-scripted with how the destruction works, right?
Right.
Crackdown, the way it works is it can blow up any different way at any different time. You know what I'm saying? It's like the physics aren't set in stone. Like you can go in there and do something one time or knock a building down one time, it's going to go to the right. Then the next time it'll go to the left. And maybe the next time it'll go, implode. Who knows? You know what I mean?
It'll
It's
take-
always
they have
different.
Gas
Yeah.
pipes in the freaking game. There's gas pipes that you can target and blow up, and it blows up each section of the building. That's They actually
Can't
do
you go
that.
in and out of each building too?
Yes, you could supposedly shoot yourself up all the way up. Every piece of concrete is basically accounted for. Every piece of a shard of glass, iron, everything's accounted for because that item will have, computations for it. So the physics of how it falls, and all that type of stuff. That's how they do it. So, you're getting, they say, up to 20 times Xbox One processing power. That is insane.
Yeah. Hold on. Are you guys
Yeah,
sure
well,
it's
I don't
20?
play-
Because I've heard it through the grapevine that math is a little off. I mean, I don't
Well,
know.
they say 20 because probably if they said 30, they first said when they first, this all they try to talk
32.
about this. Yeah, they said 30. When they try to talk about this, they were told by everyone that you don't know what you're doing. You're lying. It's a hoax.
It's media PR or something like that. It was
Yeah,
using.
it's PR.
all that
They
shit.
banned people for saying the cloud was real on NeoGAF.
Didn't they? Horrible sight.
all that wasted energy, man. Y'all gotta eat that mess, man.
Oh man, that's so.
Laugh.
You know what? It was like one of the best parts, right? Like I don't know if you guys watched the Microsoft did those post Gamescom shows on Xbox Live, and Major Nelson interviewed the head. Who's that lady? She was on stage. Her name's Sharon something or other.
Loftus.
Yeah,
Shannon Loftus.
Okay, and he interviewed her on the stage, and her comments were perfectly amazing. She goes, "The cloud is real, people, and
Yeah.
Xbox One is the only console that can do this kind of thing." Right? I mean, that is fucking shots fired all day, all night. I mean, the ponies out there are like, "Oh man, well Sony could do it. They have Gaikai. They don't understand that Gaikai is a different kind of cloud, right? Like there's cloud." Like you can store stuff, it's dedicated servers as cloud, but it's kind of a broad term. It also Microsoft owns the tech and the patents where they bought out that company that does cloud rendering for Pixar.
I forgot about that company, crap.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So they own a lot of the patents and stuff like that. So you're talking billions of dollars they've invested because why? Because the cloud is the future and they're betting heavily on cloud. And so that's what they can do. It's doing stuff through the cloud. It's not talking about Gaikai, you know what I mean, where they're running that shit off
you
old
can't
PS3s. Yeah,
But
you
not
know,
only
like
that crap, with the
Listen,
technology.
Microsoft, like Mike Ybarra said, Microsoft's a cloud-first, mobile-first company. It is all about the cloud, and video game is coming along with it. So if the worst thing about Xbox is that it's occasionally 900p, at least it could still render the game. With the cloud, Sony's never going to be able to do it. Okay, they're funding VR. They're funding VR first of all. Microsoft's been working on this since 2011. Okay, it's more than they don't own cloud compute servers like Microsoft. They would have to lease it out. Then they would have to write it into the code so that the games locally can talk to the servers. Okay, that doesn't happen for a hardware company. Sony cannot even get you a folder or two-step authentication. This is not happening.
they can't even get you to change your name either. It's like you're stuck being
Come on.
Dick Lovin or whatever.
You know what?
Let's be real here. It's never happening. So what you could say as
if they can't recreate. If they can't recreate backwards compatibility, they can't do anything you just said, Tim.
Yeah.
They can't do anything.
Not even that, but everything you're saying, Tim, the most important thing that came out from all that was that it's only going to take between 2 to 4 megabytes. Like that's it.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah. Well, that was that breakthrough. Who was it? Duke University did that for Microsoft, right? They were the ones that had that breakthrough. Otherwise, the latency was kind of kind of a little bit larger than that. Yeah, but I mean 2 to 4 is easy. I mean even I have that at steady. So
and also, I mean, this normally, like I said, I never had a problem with the always online. To be honest, I don't, never did. You know, I just wish they kind of would have stuck to their guns and with their original vision for the Xbox. And everybody sit back scratching their head, like, damn, you can do all that. Like maybe it wasn't that bad.
That's why I said. That's why I said. They always give us things that what we think we don't need, that they know we would need later. You know what I'm saying?
They push the industry.
They
push it forward. So sometimes we don't think we need it, but we really do.
Listen,
And you find out later, man. Everything just takes time.
it's even the same thing with online gaming. You know, they made it, broadband be a necessity. You know what I mean? Remember, their biggest competitor was Sony was doing dial-up. And even Bill Gates was like, I don't know, we're gonna do broadband. I don't know, but when we make sure that everybody can use it with AOL that has 50 million users, like no, if we're gonna do online gaming, broadband is the way to go. Like they whether you hate Microsoft and people don't give them credit what credit's due, they have brought a lot to gaming. You guys right now sit back playing on PlayStation Now, going shopping, buying things out of the PS Now store and all that shit. Thank all that shit to Xbox. You know what I mean? They the one who brought all that shit to console
Achievements,
gaming.
your trophies. Thank you for that.
A hard disk drive because
Hard drives, all that shit.
Ethernet connection.
Party chat.
Ethernet port. You know what I mean? Like they put all that shit. Well, the Sega Saturn had it too, but they really took this shit to the next level. But like
What's his face had it too? Dreamcast.
Yeah, Dreamcast and the Sega Saturn. You know what I mean? They just took it to the next level.
You know what they say too? It's not just that, Z. It's a friend of mine told me this one time when I was looking to do an internet thing with him. He said to me, "It's not." I said, well, "That's already been done before." He said, "It's not who did it first; it's who does it best." So in the case where Microsoft didn't even do it first, they took the baton
to the next level,
and they made it the next level. They brought it up, and you got to sit back. Anyone who's listening, because we get a lot of haters that listen to the show too. So this
I don't believe that.
No, right? No,
we don't get haters.
That's true. Our comment sections. Yeah, our comment section's just full of roses. That's right.
Yeah, that nigga's dick. What happened? Who listens to our show?
But like literally, you've got Xbox that's not only coming out next year with a series, 3, 4, 5 exclusives that they're going to give to us. They're taking some of those games and rendering like these, computer, cloud computing, etc., bringing new elements to the table. And then you have Sony. All of you people listening that have a PS4 in your house right now and you don't have an Xbox One, you're not experiencing all this stuff. Go out and grab one. Understand what we're talking about. You're not playing anything right now. There's nothing coming. Not only do they not have any games, they're not even showing up to the show anymore. You know what I mean? They're not even showing up. I mean, what does that tell you? And don't tell me about Paris and the little show they're going to put on. That's a puppet show in January. It's ridiculous. So you have to actually look at what you're getting. You're not getting anything. This isn't even a head-to-head fight right now. It's crazy how you guys, the public is still purchasing Sony product when they're not giving you anything. Like, think about just before you grab that blue box. What are you going to do with this thing when you get home? Unless you're really into, like, anime schoolgirl type of games or Gundam style.
Gundam style.
You know what I mean? Like, what else are you doing with this?
But listen, the
Soccer
Xbox
cars?
sales, the sales have been up this week. They have been leading. They were the number one console on Amazon in the UK and North America. Like, in Best Buy doing this big deal. I heard they were selling like fucking hotcakes.
Oh, that's wild, Z.
I did it. I bought it.
Oh yeah.
You bought how many? You're keeping Xbox division afloat by yourself, Tim Dog. You got like 5. He bought another Xbox One.
I bought it for the TV.
Tim, you're going to have to sell me one of them Xboxes, bro.
I bought the TV. I bought it for the TV. The deal is the deal is $500 for a very good Samsung TV. That's a smart TV. And an Xbox One, basically.
With Master Chief Collection,
with
right?
Master Chief
Is
Collection.
it the 500 gig or the 1 terabyte?
It's the 500 gig.
Still great.
And for 500, the TV as of like 2 weeks ago was like $450 in the stores.
Yeah.
So you're basically getting an
Didn't it
Xbox
sell out
One
really
for
quick,
$50.
or is it still going on?
I don't know, man. I had some problems with the billing because I put the wrong information, and then they locked my card. Then I had to unlock my card. Then I had to call Best Buy and do it manually through them. But I did it 1140, so it was still up by 1140. I would think it's down now.
Is that a Samsung deal, a Best Buy deal, or a Microsoft deal?
That's
Who's the one really putting out on that?
I have so many so many units of this, and I want to clear out stock.
Yeah. What is the sample? They're getting the new televisions in. They're phasing out 1080p and 1080 in 4K standard. So they everything they're even the 4K TVs are pretty cheap. Now you can get one for about $700. So that's what it is. They phasing out they phased out the 720p TVs and 1080p became the standard. Same thing. You know what I mean? You get new sets.
I can buy a 720p TV.
Yeah, where? Who the fuck's selling? Y'all forgot you in the South.
Sam's Club. Sam's Club got them.
Who the fuck wants it? Who the crap?
It looks like it's still available.
Oh man, I love it all looks alike to me.
Got a 720. Who in here got a 720p TV?
He got an 85-inch 720p TV.
Oh yeah, dude.
Flat screen, CRTV joint.
Damn right, man.
Oh,
damn right. No, I still have a CRT because I use Like if you want to use
the illest boy.
Hey, if you ever use those old school gaming like the Nintendo Zapper and stuff, that only works on CRT TVs.
Hey, you know what I mean? I ain't zapping nothing. My zapping days is over, bro.
I'm
blowing in cartridges, catching asthma attacks. That shit is over.
Dude, I suffer from nostalgia though. See, that's why. I do.
Nah, sorry, we can't do it. Nah, but here, I guess it goes with part of the region of the country in. You can't find no 720p's up here in Jersey. Yeah, I tried to buy one for my grandmother, some cheap, and I tried to her about 19-inch, and that was 1080p. She doesn't give a fuck. I mean, I guess what part of the country you in? I ain't like, goddamn, 720p? Like, shit. They must have sent them on down to Florida with crap at.
It's backwoods, bro. Backwoods.
It's in there with that bacon grease.
It's pretty backwoods, but yeah, I like where the hell were we going with this?
I don't know.
The deal on the Xbox One. Apparently, like they have some kind of Sony deal set for next week as well. I don't think it's as good as the Xbox One, but it is an interesting deal. But do you guys notice something, right? Like, okay, Xbox One did phenomenal at Gamescom, and Microsoft did. In fact, you know who I'm growing to like even more? Mikey Barra, because he tweeted out, "Drop the mic at Gamescom," right? we announced all these exclusives, right? He does that on Twitter, and he was the one that like got that little schneid-ass comment in about not paying for games you already own and stuff.
Yeah, Mike Ibarra is definitely, he's playing into a little bit of the war, and good for him. He's one of the only people that's like
him and Aaron do.
Did he really say that?
He did. He said he goes drop the mic at Gamescom announcing these exclusives, and like that's been getting retweeted all day. Like
I'm gonna say that to him.
Yeah,
I was all over him about that.
Yeah,
I was like, you dropped the mic.
Yeah, he did. He was like drop the mic, and it was so funny. But yeah, I like what he's doing. I like and it's funny, like they did this phenomenal show, and then you just wait because there's going to be some negative slants, and I seen some, and I was like, why? Like one site was running this thing about how the Halo 5 console was ugly, right? And they're like, don't believe. They're like, don't believe the stock pictures that Microsoft is sending out. It's really ugly in person. I'm like, I've seen people that have posted pictures of this, like right up to the glass, that have seen it. I was like, it looks phenomenal. I was like, it looks phenomenal. What you know what I'm saying? The guy actually saw that I tweeted out his story and messaged me and Mooch and was like, no, it does. It looks ugly. And we're like, no, it looks great. You know what I mean?
I told the guy actually, those sites, there's a lot of these people out there right now. They're trying to be this. He goes, well, guys, he told me in crap. He's like, relax. He's like, I'm actually pro Xbox. I said, buddy, what's wrong with you? And to be honest, I said, what the hell is wrong with you? I said, we got every publication against Xbox right now. Everybody's against Xbox. So don't tell me you're for Xbox and you take their franchise, their golden franchise, and tell everyone it's an ugly box. How the fuck pro are you, Xbox? And he's like, Moog, I didn't mean it like that. We just meant that, like, to our opinion. Well, keep your goddamn opinion to yourself, because you're the only fucking person that thinks like that.
Crazy,
I know, right? You can ask crap. I'll send you guys the link. I went off on these dudes, and then I looked at him. He's like, we're a pro Xbox site. I'm like, you got 300 followers. Not that I'm some big shit on Twitter, but I'm like, get the fuck out of here. 300 followers.
What's the name
Mr.
of the
Dingaling around the corner got 300 followers. What?
What's the name of the site?
What is it? Gamer Score Whores?
Yeah, Gamer Score Whores or something like that. It's Bob.
Look, it says Gamer Score. Jackass.
Oh yeah, that's just like because Dual Shockers, like we all know, they're named after the DualShock controller. So I mean, but they're obviously kind of biased. But I've seen plenty of sites that tried to name themselves something after Xbox and then still like kind of shit on them. You'll see. But not only that, but then and we talked about this last week too. Like Boogie bitched about them doing a TV DVR deal. Right? He's like, well, that was the stupidest thing that was at Gamescom or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, Jesus, come on. Sony wasn't even there. It's like half these people that act like they know what they're talking about, they don't have a clue.
Yeah.
Well, that was proved with the cloud. There was a lot of people. Hard 8 taking the L.
Get him, Tim.
Fat Rich.
Yeah.
Taking
Rich,
the L.
Fat Rich or Skinny Rich?
Skinny Rich. Cloud Rich. No, but Hard 8 took that big time.
He took a dick in the face, didn't he? He took a dick.
Hey, I didn't even know.
Justin Kinks, you missed it. I'm not going to have you out there and try to play me in these gaming streets. You're not going to play me in these gaming streets. Like, what?
Dude,
and you know what? And then you know what? When you get called to the carpet and you're back to the corner,
But that was uncalled for, though, Tim.
What you do is you say, you know what? You got me. You know what? I spoke too soon.
Yeah, but what I said, it was 20 times more powerful.
He did, whatever that shit was, I just never listened.
It was a bunch of faggots and this and like that was really uncalled for. Like, Mike, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? I was embarrassed for him.
Embarrassing.
He had fucking Tourette's or something. You trying to play me in these gaming streets? You know what I mean? I ain't with that faggot shit. You fucking
that's who's telling me about the cloud. Are you serious?
You fucking pulpit cocksucker. You ain't gonna play me in these
You know what? You take it out. You take it out.
Dick Yanker, shut
man
the fuck
up.
up.
He didn't even man up. That's the bottom line. He acted the bitch.
All I do was keep it real. I tell you truth. I'm the truth for you too.
You know
I
what?
tell the truth.
Man the fuck up.
Tell the truth for you too. Y'all grab that nigga dick.
Yo, well.
I don't want to suck your dick no more. So that's why I grabbed and pulled this.
No, well, you listen. Red Dragon put him on blast, and I was.
Shout out to Red Dragon. Shout out to
Red Dragon for life. You totally own the
Red Dragon.
Hey, that was the first time, like when I was watching that Red Dragon video, right? And that was the first time I've ever heard. That was the first time I ever heard what Hard 8 sounds like. That was like the first time I heard it. I was like, this is that guy. I was like, this is him. I was like, this is the guy that like acts like he's all bad. He's funny to me. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I was like, that was the funniest fucking thing I ever heard in my life, dude. And it's like,
it sounds funny to me. Yeah, I grabbed this dick. I grabbed this dick because I got tired of sucking that shit. He told me he was gonna come in half hour ago. That's why I grabbed and I pulled his dick.
Whatever. You know what?
Listen, all jokes aside, though, like not for nothing, and Red Dragon can fight his own battles. You know what I mean? He's cool. It's my friend. Cool dude. You know what I mean? I fucks with Red Dragon, but the way that he came back was uncalled for. All that faggots and this and that. You trying to play me in these gaming streets, and you wonder why I'm stupid.
Yeah, I mean, the thing was what I ain't like about the whole thing. Red Dragon's point was spot on. He was just sitting here saying this was one of the doubters, and he was. He even admitted in this video. He was like, I still don't believe in it all the way, blah blah blah. And that was the whole
I still don't believe in that shit.
Video. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole purpose of Dude video. Regardless if he took something out or not, his message was still there. You was a doubter. So was Rich was a doubter. So,
Rich is a big time. I can't wait till that DX. I told you, Xbox, the DX12 is not gonna do shit for the Xbox One. Like, what the fuck? But that shit was crazy, man.
Spotlight was on them, and you know what? That whole Crackdown 3 thing was crazy. Did you guys get the feeling like first they showed it at Gamescom, and then they showed it the next day, but then that last day when it was like everyone realized that the cloud was like for real.
No,
it just like switched everything over.
I think Microsoft is purposely beating it into people's heads to realize this is no joke.
I thought it was when the what's the name of that damn publication? And it was like the cloud makes the Xbox One the most powerful console ever.
Games
There was a
Radar.
couple. Yeah, there was a couple that had something.
Oh, okay. I remember
similar to
one
that,
second.
but
That's
yeah.
what made this shit just sink in. Like,
The thing is that Metro UK is like really hard. They're like really whiny and they like find things wrong. So for them to be like that impressed and to write that type of article really kind of flipped the switch. I mean, like the NeoGaf thread was just crazy. Like they changed the name of the thing because it looked too bad. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they're doing basically Sony PR for them. But basically, the egg on the amount of people's face that day has never been matched. The cloud just fucking just totally.
They still denying it though. We
Well,
gotta
how
see it.
stupid is
We
that?
gotta see it in person when 1 million people get online and play.
Listen,
we really want to see the
people are playing the game right now. Ybarra's playing the game right now. They can talk all they want. The bottom line is that it's hitting.
We're playing it next summer.
We're playing it next summer. So
Yeah.
you know what? You better straighten the fuck up because you look stupid.
They are. I mean, hey, what did we remember? Like, it's been really good times for us lately because, let's be honest, Sony is not making any noise. They're not making any news. They're not really doing much of anything, you know, and I think that's pretty evident. You have a lot of people that are actually probably feeling a little neglected by Sony. I did a video of something along those lines a couple days ago, and they have a right to feel neglected. Sony, when was their last notable update for the PS4? They're raising prices at PSN.
I don't know.
When was their last AAA exclusive? When will their next AAA exclusive be? We don't even know because guess what? They come out, Naughty Dog, and said Uncharted 4 is still early in production, right? That doesn't scream to me that it's releasing early next year, right?
No,
that
I think
just,
it'll be
you know,
holidays.
oh, guess what? There's another rumor that Horizon game, 2017. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
aiming for 2016 release.
yes, and same thing with The Last Guardian. There's no way that's coming out next year. So
That
what
might, it
is
might,
actually,
that's like a straight port. Like, well, that might come out next year. 'Cause that, from what I read,
well,
that's
if it,
not
well,
gonna
they
be straight to
said they're
PS3.
hoping.
Mhm.
They said
But it's the-
they're hoping.
But from what I read, there art it's a port from the fucking. It's the same fucking demo. We were right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was the same fucking. So that we might get that next year. If I was a Sony fan or PlayStation owner or whatever the fuck the case may be, or if I was a fan of the Last Guardian series, I would not want that game to come out next year, honestly, because I'm
Yeah,
going
because you know what's going to happen? You're right. It's going to end up being a dumbed down version of the game. They're going to end up
I
sending
want them to take
that's
advantage of the
half-assed.
system's hardware. And listen, I'm not just saying that because, you know, I don't have any interest in that game whatsoever. I saw it. That's not. I don't know. I'm not gonna play that
Right.
shit. But I respect that people do like that type of game. That's what they're into. Cool. I give credit where credit's due. But from that article that Sony said, it's basically that demo that they showed and whatever, it's gonna be the same goddamn thing. So if they were to bring that game out next year, that's not gonna be no PS4 type graphics, pretty looking game or nothing like that. It's not.
It's not even a AAA in my opinion, man. That thing looked like an indie game.
I would want that game to, come out at least 2017, 2018. Let them take their time like Remedy did with motherfucking Quantum Break.
Hey, unless they got Yoshida's ass out there with the fucking tattoo with the release date, I wouldn't believe that shit, man. I wouldn't believe Sony.
I'm out there pulling a Peter Moore.
I wouldn't believe Sony one bit. You know who would do a tattoo with a firm release date? Michael. What the hell is his name? The guy from EA.
Peter Moore.
Peter Moore, not
Yes,
Michael
Peter
Moore.
Moore.
Peter Moore.
Peter Moore. I said Peter Moore. Did I?
Yeah, Michael
Yeah,
Moore is
Peter
that
Moore.
fucking liberal asshole
Peter Moore. I said Peter Moore.
filmmaker. Yeah. So yeah, Peter Moore. Like I'm surprised that Sony fans didn't ask for something like that. Like, hey, we're gonna really believe this. Look, they could end up with a really bad year next year. I mean, it looks like they'll get Street Fighter 5. Okay, great if you're into that. Uncharted 4 maybe, but apparently it's not big to me.
It's big. It's pretty big though for them.
It is a big game. I mean, sure, I give them Street Fighter. It's cool. Street Fighter. It's an iconic franchise. I give credit where credit.
Xbox has like 6. They're gonna have like 6.
So let's
Yeah,
keep in mind,
they got 9.
I don't know. It's ridiculous.
They
they
got
couldn't
fucking,
handle the beta for Street Fighter 4. How are they going to have the game come out next year? That's 2017 all over it, I'm telling you.
I don't know. From what it's not
No,
even
no,
players in it. From what I
Well, they don't need any. They're gonna market Destiny
Supposed to be
2.
March.
They're going to
Supposed to be
market Destiny 2 around September. They'll market the new Call of Duty around, November. That's their plan, folks.
And
Their plan
VR.
is-
They also got to spend some money on VR. See, people people get mad. They're gonna have to fund VR. You don't think that? Like seriously, I'm talking on a real level right now. You look at the landscapes of that. They're gonna have to put money to VR.
That's what I'm.
That is their baby.
I forgot
Xbox.
about that.
Xbox.
They didn't go.
It's all games, guys. VR is.
They didn't go the sensible route. They didn't, VR with Microsoft. We have all kind of, including myself, have overshadowed this. Microsoft was genius to go and link up with Oculus Rift. Let them take on the headaches and just adapt the game third party. We'll take the third-party games. We don't care. You saw Insomniac was already on stage for VR during the Oculus Rift presentation the day before E3.
You can imagine. They're making.
You got big company. That's what I'm saying. You have big-time devs making these. So Microsoft's got almost zero involvement. They're throwing one of their controllers in the box, and maybe they're paying a little bit of money for royalties. Who gives a shit? They're not involved because Spencer said it himself. I don't think this is really where we want to go in the gaming world.
Not yet.
No, it's not. Not yet. You know, and Sony's got to do the hardware, the development, the software, the development, the box,
they got to first
the shipping,
everything. They got to back it before Ubisoft and Konami and everybody's get on board.
They're broke.
Yeah, and they said it's not going to be 50 out.
They're going to put some money into Sony PlayStation 4, but they have to feed the VR. They have to feed that. They have to feed PSN.
Hey, guess what? A lot of indies are working on VR stuff, I heard.
You know, the bottom line is that if you look at the landscape for a gamer, and you just see where the way Microsoft is with all the value that they're giving you, like the 4 games, everything. Microsoft's the place to be for a gamer, in my opinion.
Hey, you want to know what else I heard is EA is going to be most likely putting all the 360 EA published games in the vault vault for Xbox One via backwards compatibility.
Snoop Dogg was tweeting. He wants NCAA. It's coming.
Yeah, I mean that'll be huge because think about it. You're looking at the entire Mass Effect trilogy in the vault. You're looking at all the Dragon Age games in the vault. The entire Dead Space trilogy in the vault.
Wow.
Anything published by EA on the 360, and only on Xbox One because Sony didn't want it. They made that choice for you guys. You know, hey, another brilliant move.
It wasn't a good enough value.
Yeah, it wasn't a good enough value because they wanted to charge you for games you already had, and then that shit got trumped. Mark my words, you'll never hear Sony talk about PS now.
Even better. No, even better. I did a video yesterday, a little hangout. But Sony said there are more remasters on the way. Not remakes, more remasters on the way.
That's scary. You should be scared if you were Sony.
More remasters on the way.
Because they're doing it in the guise of we got a lot of Nintendo and Xbox people that never played these.
But that's what they have the service of PS Now.
And what about the die-hard Sony fan that wants who they built up by new IPs and all that stuff?
Listen,
you know what? They're just settling for status quo. That's not good enough.
They're using them as fillers. Oh, we got another exclusive.
That's making excuses. And you know, the bottom line is PS4 has its merits. Maybe it's a little more powerful. It could have better resolution. But you know, if you look at the whole thing, they're just being outworked. I mean, let's be honest. Look at Gears. You're getting 5 games. The game is actually remastered. It's not God of War 3.
It's actually a remake.
It's not God of War 3 where it's just up-res. This is all new artwork done. Yeah. This is all new cutscenes. It's like a new game. Watch. I put it up on my Twitter. You watch. It looks like a different game. Yeah. It's that good.
Yeah, and you get the beta and the entire Gears. Well, it's all 4 games actually.
And then you're getting a collection for Sony with no multiplayer. Yeah. The freaking backward compatibility games that you're getting with Gears, you have multiplayer. Do you realize what's going on here?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, it's unfortunate because look, while Microsoft is adding value and adding things like and look, doing remasters or remakes isn't gonna stop people from, or doing the backwards compatibility isn't stopping that. Microsoft released Gears 1 this past week to those in preview members. So if you have Gears 1, you can play that on your Xbox One. That's not going to hinder sales of the remastered.
No.
Why? Because people want to play. There's, I guess, like a bunch of extra chapters that we never had on 360. It's the completely redone multiplayer with dedicated servers. It looks better. You're going to get the
faster.
beta. Yeah, it's at 60 frames. Yeah.
While you're on the subject of Gears of War, let me give a shout out to Iron Wolf for providing me with the information. But this is just coming out. Gears of War Ultimate Edition will not go on sale in Japan. According to the official Xbox Japan blog, it was too difficult to get the Ultimate Edition with its new...
What?
So the Japanese basically upped their standards to not
go
sell
back
the
a little
product.
bit because you went out, Mooch.
Oh, sorry about that. Can you guys hear me or no?
Yeah, we hear you
now.
Sorry about that. According to the official Xbox Japan blog, it was too difficult to get the Ultimate Edition with its new content to conform to Japanese rating regulations. Gears of War Ultimate will not go on sale in Japan.
Wow.
So I guess that saves those 20 copies that would have sold.
Right. Well, you know what? Absolutely crap. But I'll tell you right now. Just go ahead and file this, and Mooch got that shit right again. If you guys are keeping that file open. Because this is another example of Japan. This is a purposeful thing. They've got all kinds of bloody shit over there. They like all that other shit from Capcom where heads are flying off and rolling down the street.
Like fucking 8-year-old girls and 2-inch mini heels and all that shit over there.
Yeah.
They know this.
They know panties and all that other little trash. I mean, what's the difference?
But listen, the game is region free. They can import it though.
I don't understand what the hell's wrong with that game. How the Last of Us is pretty bad. You know, I don't know. What is it about Gears of War? The head stomp? Well, I mean, I don't understand.
Probably so. Or the chainsaw. That's it. You know, I don't know. Yeah, probably. But probably it's not worth it financially for them. Fuck it.
Well, whatever. They sell 100 consoles there. I know why you're mad, Mooch, but the bottom line is that I don't even care. Like, just pull out.
No, and don't get me wrong. Absolutely. At this point, you know what? If
I would just pull out.
Yeah, pull everything out and just drop a middle finger right in the front of your storefront.
You know what? I would just have all the games released there digitally. That's it. I wouldn't even fucking ship up.
Hey, it's funny, dude. Like, the funniest things happen on Twitter, right? Like, earlier I called Michael Moore a liberal asshole, and somebody just tweeted me. He's like, "You're awesome for calling him an asshole," and like just followed me on Twitter. That's like, I just think that's funny, like how the whole social media thing works. Like, I'm just impressed with that. I just thought oh, hey, Mooch, we're already getting questions about your YouTube channel.
Oh, come on.
Mooch, boy. I'm telling you.
Mooch is getting the post.
I'm going to tell y'all, man. Waiting on Mooch channel is just like PlayStation fans waiting on greatness.
Yeah, man. That's his tagline. Greatness awaits.
Greatness awaits.
The podcast awaits.
It does, man. Podcast awaits. That's a good name, man, for your podcast.
I'm like a crazy ass politician. I stated the truth. I said it was either coming out last Friday or early this week, and I'm holding tight.
Hey, Mooch, what'd you say? You say, I'm on Big Gamer Small Talk. That's my verbal indies.
Right, yeah. Yeah, this is my soccer cars.
Just in case you missed it.
That shit's
funny.
Giving y'all the indies right now, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want that Triple A.
That's how I'm going to start my show.
Yeah, that nigga's dick. Yeah, man, you try to play me in these games for weeks, and I'm grab your dick.
I grabbed the fist full.
And y'all pulled that shit, and I tried to squeeze his dick, man. He told me a half hour, 20 for some head, 40 for some ass. And he
Is that for real? He was squeezing someone's dick?
He got into a fight, and someone
he grabbed it. He said he grabbed it.
He was getting into a fight in prison, so he said, Hardy, he was getting into a fight in prison. Oh, you ain't hear the audio?
No, I haven't heard it.
Oh, I used to play it before the video. That was him talking about, I grabbed that nigga dick. But anyway, he got into a fight in prison, and he was getting into a fight in prison, and somebody was getting the best of him, and his course of reaction was to grab the guy's dick, his genitalia, and squeeze it.
That's a queer reaction.
Yeah. He said, that nigga's dick. Yeah, he gonna choke me out like that. Fuck that, I grabbed his dick. Nobody work me out. And when I got up, I had to check my ass. I'm like, what?
Oh, man.
That's what he said.
Texas killing that today.
No, but that's what he said though. When he woke up, he had to, because the guy choked him out or some shit. I had to check my yams.
He said his yams.
Called it his yams. I had to check my yams. They might be here checking my yams. I grabbed this dick. I don't care. So I'm that's why I'm like, God damn, bro. Oh,
I don't think I've ever heard that, man.
Listen, I've been shot. I've been stabbed. I've been beat within an inch of my life. Me grabbing someone's dick, that's never crossed my mind. I swear, for anything that's like this in my life. Lord, you want to be my witness on this one. I've been shot a few times. I ain't never thought about grabbing somebody's dick. I'm trying to tell you.
Well, I would hope not, man. I would hope not.
Yeah,
I think
Look out for the video. He's gonna be cursing calling some type of fags. You come up, big fat suckers.
Oh, man.
You talking about me on Big Game with Small Talk? I was fighting for my life.
Look, I like this where they be selling themselves this trash. I got these guys butt hurt. They on this show talking about me.
I mean, they mine, but listen, man, you guys gonna talk about me on the Big Game with Small Talk podcast? This ain't funny to me.
This shit's funny to me.
That shit ain't funny to me. Gonna try to play me in these gaming streets. Yeah, I too. You won't pay me your front next time.
Let's listen to the
My
footage.
face like that. Oh, you said 40% and 40% ass. I wasn't giving them both. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, you just went there, bro.
Oh man,
Dude, how fast do you figure people are gonna start linking this shit? Hey, man, look at this, man. Come on, man.
they talking about you up there. Man, who talking about me on the picture? Man, that shit ain't funny to me.
Oh, hey. Omazio, or whatever the hell her name is. Check out Omazio in the comments. He's like, it's funny how y'all Xbox bash in Japan. I want to see how far the Xbox brand survives without it. Japanese game dev support. Yeah, I mean, look, you want to talk about this? I just saw an article today saying the PS4 has such low sales in Japan that the Japanese devs have no choice but to bring their games over here.
Yep.
So I mean, at the end of the day, if they want to be successful, they're going to have to go to the Xbox brand, which will be #1 in America by the end of the year. They're going to have to be bringing that stuff over here. And look, believe me, Microsoft is already in talks to bring that crappy Final Fantasy. What is that? That Final Fantasy MMO. What the hell Final Fantasy is that? They're apparently in talks to bring that over. That would be like one less exclusive, quote unquote, for the PlayStation. So, I mean, that doesn't interest me at all. I don't care. But I just think that it's interesting.
This just out for Miziago. Money talks and bullshit walks, buddy. So Microsoft calls a Japanese developer and starts waving some fucking yen in their face.
Yeah,
they start floating. Right? They start floating like Pepe Le Pew to a fucking piece of ass. He'll kiss my ass, you.
Hey, I mean, look. Let's be honest. The best Japanese-looking the best Japanese-looking game so far is Scalebound, and it's on Xbox. It's an exclusive. So.
Whatever. Listen, the bottom line is that Japan and Xbox it's not happening for Xbox. So, I don't think maybe if they would pull out, but whatever. I just think that overall, come on.
It was smart. Phil pulled out a Tokyo Game Show. They've got a small showing of shit over there.
I would focus more on China like he did. I would focus more on China. I think his China thing went well, so,
Yeah.
China joy.
No, yeah, but they're doing 2 other shows over there, smaller shows. And I was like, when I heard about it, I was like, hey, can we start claiming that this is their Paris Games Week or whatever it is, right? Because that's how all the Sony fanboys are like reacting. Well, by a legal standpoint, that Paris Game Festival has the most people, and I'm like, shut up. Nobody gives a shit about that.
All that was buying time for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, hey, let's call a spade here, right? Gamescom was a media covered event. IGN, all these sites over there covering this, right? Millions of people saw Microsoft's conference. Sony had no conference. They had no. I mean, I'm sure people that were there maybe saw some of Sony stuff, but the same shit that they showed at E3. Microsoft showed new stuff to the world, and I guess their stuff has been incredibly popular. They have a $500 Xbox One bundle with Halo in the top 5, since Gamescom. And you guys think that it wasn't successful for them? Rare Replay. I mean, that's their rebirth, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're showing, you know what that game is, and I have a review coming out for that, I think, tomorrow. But you know what that whole thing was them reintroducing people to the greatness that they were right before their new stuff comes out. You know what I mean? Right. And they're saying that stuff is going to be really great. So I'm excited for it. Remind the people, and you know what? I just want to say probably one of my favorite games on there is Grabbed by the Ghoulies, and they built that specifically for the Xbox One. That's not a that's actually not emulated. That's hardware run, and that's why
really? That's why it looks so
that's
good.
why it looks so good. Yeah, like the original isn't widescreen, and it's you know what I'm saying. That's a
It doesn't look. The original doesn't look like that because I remember playing that.
yeah.
That looks better, right?
It looks so much better. It might be one of the better looking games on there, and even though it was an original Xbox game and it looked good, it looks they did it for the Xbox One. It's basically kind of remastered. Yeah, and it looks damn good. I'm gonna tell you, I was having so much fun playing that game. It's so underrated.
I'm gonna go buy the
I beat the TV. I beat the TV up. I beat the haunted door and the haunted TV up.
Yeah, I mean it's fun as hell.
Game.
You know what's really funny about that game? It sold so poorly that in Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, if you look in the garbage cans, there's copies of that game in there. It's funny. they poke a lot of fun at themselves. It's pretty interesting. I'm like I said, I'm enjoying that. I think that Jetpack Refueled is probably one of my favorites on there as well. It's like
someone said the controllers
on
that were hard. That true? The controls are a little rough.
No, you know what? No, in like Jet Force Gemini, right? They patched in new controls
tough for me. At least it was tough.
They patched in a new control scheme for that game. So like some of the stuff is a little bit difficult, right? But some like Jet Force Gemini, they patched that in the other day, so it's much easier to control. It was like I was having a blast playing RC Pro-Am, just having a good time, man. Like the main thing is there's so much there that it's hard to pick something. Yeah.
Blast Corps? Did you play Blast Corps?
Yeah, I played every game on there.
Is it hard to get
every game?
Is it hard to get achievements?
No, here's the thing, right? The achievements, the one thing that I would say that was bad about it is the 360 games are just the 360 games, right? So whatever achievements you had already previously earned on those are the ones that you have. So, like, unfortunately for me, like Viva Pinata, I think I already had 800 of the 1,000.
Okay.
So I couldn't really, I could get the other 200 or whatever, but what it does, it helps level you up anyway. So once you click to go to that game, and you level up and you unlock documents like video documentaries and things like that. And what's funny is what they actually talk about on there is canceled games like Cameo 2. They had a kart racing game called The Fast and the Furious that was canceled. It looks like it was going to be a 360 game. They had some kind of horror game that was canceled. Like, it's really interesting. It's definitely, if you're a gamer, like the history of gaming, you want to pick this up because it's like, it's so much. They talk about some of the Nintendo stuff. They talk about the making of Killer Instinct, the making of Banjo. They talk about it's fantastic. I can't really say enough about it, man. It's unbelievable. Like some of the history and some of the stuff they get into. They even hint about it. Like they're like, we probably wouldn't do a Conquer game ourselves because we're different people now. We don't like the same thing, so we probably wouldn't do it. They hint strongly that they won't do a Conquer game, but that doesn't mean that nobody will do a Conquer game. They also hint about a new Battletoads game coming, which obviously, if you look at the playing as Rash, in Killer Instinct was phenomenal. He might be my favorite character. Like he's badass. You know what I mean? And so they're using that a lot. People like Battletoads, and like one thing that they do in there too is they do snapshots. So like kind of like the NES remix where you just do they give you a score to beat, like the Battletoads from the NES, the Turbo Tunnel, survive on that for 45 seconds. That's like an achievement. But good luck. That shit's impossible. Yeah, like what they do, it's really fantastic. I love that game. I wish more things did stuff like that because they really it wasn't just a quick slap and paste job. What they did was really.
But it was smart of Mike. Phil, we got to get, like I said, we got to take a hat off to Bill Spencer. It was smart of him to do a Rare replay. It is because I guess Rare has this big Connect only stigma on them, Rare shit. The talent, and what's my man named? Kudos? What's his name?
Kudos Sonoda.
Yeah, he said that Sea of Thieves is their greatest game that they ever created. So we're gonna see what that's.
Well, you know what? Z, what you were saying about that's what Phil Spencer was saying about backwards compatibility when he was in an interview right during Gamescom. He had said basically what we're trying to tell the publishers is by allowing the customer to use the 360 emulation, it brings the title back to life. And that's what he did with Rare Replay. He brought Rare back to life. He gave everyone a chance to revisit or for the first time visit these titles. Granted, they're older looking. They're a little bit rougher on the edges. That's the point. That's what we all grew up playing. Now you'll see Rare's creative genius come through in 2015, 2016 technology, but you'll understand where they originally came from in games like Conquer, etc. And that's the thing about backwards compatibility, which is why you see 85 to 90% of publishers signed on already. Is no, he said it himself. He goes, nobody's, he said it as nice as possible. He goes, nobody's buying your games anymore. So now you're not making any money on those. So let the new or next generation of kids or people coming into gaming now get a taste of the old, like Mass Effect, right? So Mass Effect 4 is coming out. I know everyone's heard of it, so everyone out here is like bad example. But there are people who haven't played Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2. Let those be backwards compatible. EA's not stupid. They're like, hell yeah, let them play those games. Then when 4 comes out, they gotta get into it. You know, it's like I gotta experience it.
1 was kind of slow, but 2 and 3 is awesome.
Yes. But like, that's the whole idea behind backwards compatibility as far as the sales pitch to Xbox. They're like, yes, we're allowing them, but no one's buying these old games anymore. Like, nobody. When you're in GameStop, I know, right? So, it's really genius, and that's why most of these people signed in. You have Activision and these people. And I got into a little thing with some people on Twitter about how people think that Sony is responsible for Activision not allowing Black Ops 1 and 2. It's got none. Honest to God, Sony has no pull. They got no pull. They got the rights to make little. They got the rights to make little like towels. What's
the new Black Ops 3? What's the name?
Black Ops 3. If
Activision,
it's just Activision wants to double dip. Activision wants to have their own remaster maybe come out because they know they got a hit there, and they want to make an extra $30 off of the people. You know what I mean? That's what I look at it.
Though, since they do a Call of Duty a year anyway, I mean, when the hell would they release it? I mean, they'd have to release it because they release Call of Duty at the end of the year, so you would have to.
You know the way it is right now with Call of Duty. Even if you're a Call of Duty fan listening, from
release
November till February, it's hot, and then from February, it's dead. Usually another map pack comes out around then. They try and give like a resuscitation to it, and maybe the first one, right? Yeah, like that first one gives the heartbeat a stomp back, but then the second map pack, everyone's just like delete. Nobody cares.
I think I put my least amount of time in the Call of Duty multiplayer. I only put like 10 hours in Advanced Warfare.
Yeah,
I was like, it's pretty bad. I don't even remember how much I put in there, but it was like, it was trying so hard to like be kind of like Titanfall, and it's Titanfall. It's not. It's just not.
They need to change that fucking engine. It's like, already, like, come on, goddamn, it's the same Quake engine from fucking 2003 to 4.
Yeah, well, they slightly, quote unquote, update it. Did you guys hear that?
Engine.
Yeah, did you guys hear they leaked some Halo 5 music or something? Like, it sounds great. I don't know if you guys listened to it, but it sounds great. Apparently, somebody went to the beta, right, because people didn't delete the beta off their thing, and it got an update. And they went to it, and that music was on there, and they downloaded it and uploaded it to YouTube. So I think that's.
They didn't take it down. I'm trying to take that shit down.
Yeah, well, it sounds great. Like they mixed some of the stuff from 1 and 4 and added some new stuff. It sounds phenomenal. Like it sounds. Yeah, like that. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. Hey, I'm a fan of it, man. I like that stuff. Hey, did you guys also hear about this? What the hell is this projector for the PS4?
Yeah, that little stupid projector.
That fucking
it's 720p at all that resolution trash they be talking.
So Sony's all like 1080p, and then they're like, here's a 720p projector, $400, $350.
No, for 720p. Oh hell.
Yeah, for a little 720p.
But so what would it cost them though to make that shit 1080p? Like, come on. Like, you just fucking nickel and diamond. Like, this was the old technology.
Well, look at this. Sony hit the price point for the PS4. It was going to be $499. They had to like pull parts out of it. Yeah. Like you just probably Jack Tretton in the back fucking pulling stuff out. You know what I mean? Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of hey, they don't need a fucking long cord to hook up their controller. No, let's just give them this little 2-inch cord. You know what I mean? Let's take out the fucking camera and basically mean that camera's DOA. Even though it comes with software to use, whatever the hell that thing is that people were like doing homemade porns with or whatever the hell that thing was. Like, dude, like, yeah, seriously, like, it's sad, and like all their hardware is overpriced. Can you imagine how much Morpheus is going to be?
Probably 400.
I would say 400. Yeah,
about $400. I
mean, is that just a headset, or is it?
300. Right. You got to buy the camera.
The headset. And the Move, you got to buy Move too for certain.
Two moves or whatever, nunchuck and a move. Who knows? But it's like. Yeah,
I think it'll do okay. I don't think it's gonna.
I don't think so at all.
I don't think it's gonna do great, but I think it'll do decent. But
I don't see.
You
I don't see a
need
market
good
for it.
software. You
It
need,
might
you
live
need good
another-
software.
It might be successful enough where it builds a second iteration, but the problem, like I said, is that Sony's going to be backing that while Microsoft's backing AAA exclusives on the cloud.
Sony doesn't really have the money to. Like they
But
really don't.
they're going to be putting money, but it's going to be going to VR. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That-
But
you
hold
just-
on, let me ask you guys. This brings up a good point, Tim. What kind of games do you foresee using VR? Because what Sony said is it's not really going to be for like big AAA games, right?
No way.
It's going to be for
Indie games.
yeah, it's going to be
it's
for
going to be
like,
for looking around.
Soccer cars. Soccer
yeah,
cars.
soccer cars or like like the stuff that I've seen, like that little demo with the shark cage or whatever. It's going to be
what about
like
the one where it's like you're on a skateboard and it's like you're just like zooming down the street or something? I mean, it's all virtual. It's like virtual boy bullshit. You know?
It might be fun for 15 minutes, but after 15 minutes, you're going to want to sit.
You know what? I honestly think
and play some Quantum Break.
I honestly think that people are under the impression that, oh man, I'm going to be able to play Uncharted 4 with this. You know, I'm going to be able to play God of War with this. That's not going to be the situation. You guys are going to be playing these little tiny indie titles and stuff for the most part.
MIDI hole.
That game that they showed with this little girl walking around in the classroom.
Playing MIDI hole with the Morpheus on.
Nidhogg and
MIDI hole.
Remember, you're gonna need this PlayStation Eye, and then Sony and the government are gonna be watching you. So.
Oh shit!
This is the master plan.
That is, man. They're gonna,
Oh shit!
they
That's
want to
true.
watch a bunch of fat asses in their underwear
Got
eating
you, bitch.
Cheetos and
That's what
gaming.
it is.
Yeah,
They got you.
My
They get
rights are being violated.
they are. Hey,
Right.
hey, you know what's funny? Who the hell was that? I think it might have been a former member of this podcast that wouldn't even hook up his.
Oh, John, shout out to John. Wait, listen, one of our supports our channel when his mother passed away. What's the guy's name?
You know what?
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. It just came to me. But anyway, if you're listening to us live, I'm sorry. So, shout out to you and your family. Hopefully they come back and explain something today about their mother passing away that follows our show. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Well, anyway, my heart goes out to you and your family, man.
Yeah, that was early this morning. Like I've got about 400 tweets since then. It's hard. I don't know what it is, but yeah, definitely, man. That's sorry to hear that. Rest in peace.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But anyway, I'm sorry. It'll come to me. I'm sorry. I'm looking for a tweet.
Frank Gifford also died. That was sad.
Who died?
Frank Gifford, the
That's the black guy that
New
made
York
the-
Giant.
the New
Yeah,
York Giants.
he used to do Monday Night Football. He used to do the commentary
He was
for Monday Night
great.
Football.
Great.
He's married to Kathy Lee Gifford.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh well. I'm not a big football dude. I'm sorry. They buzzing.
You're a fake football fan.
Now I'm like basketball and boxing. I can do football, but I'm not the biggest football buff. I hate baseball and hockey, but boxing and basketball is my shit.
Yeah, I figure you hate hockey.
Yeah, no
You
black guys
racist.
skating around.
Racist.
I seen this fucking white guy was skating around with this fucking stick, just cracking people in the head with that motherfucker. They locked his ass. Remember that shit a few years ago? Motherfucker just skating up and down that shit, just fucking people up with that stick. They arrested his ass for that shit, man. He was just skating up and down, just whacking motherfuckers in the head with the stick.
That's one of the few supports that I support, like the Florida team, the Tampa Bay Lightning. I like them.
I don't know shit about hockey, man. Nothing.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
hockey gets exciting around the playoffs, but for the most part, man.
I just like the fact they can fight, Remember motherfucker for Nintendo Blades of Steel? That was the
Dude,
shit.
that used to be an amazing game. That was a phenomenal game. I
Blades
love
of
that
Steel was absolutely the best
know
hockey game
about
I've ever
that.
played.
Yeah, but that was the best hockey game that you ever played with fucking Blades of Steel. You know about that.
Because you could fight each other. Yeah, that
You
was
could really
badass.
fight each other's close up, and that was hot. Who made that?
Yeah.
Was it Konami?
That was Konami.
Yeah,
It was a.
It was Konami?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember
The
they did a double dribble too, and it was a close up.
Double dribble.
Now Konami is the king of half-assed. Hey, let's go ahead and get these last couple games out before we switch 100% over to pachinko machines and fucking mobile games,
They're
right?
fucked up, ain't they?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys didn't know, right? There's a lot of, and this is the problem that I have. It's not the resolution in and of itself. It's the kind of back and forth kind of bullshit. Like they're like, hey, it's 1080p. Well, no, it's 900. It's going to be upscaled. No, it's 1080p, and we're going to do it. Nope, it's 900p, and it's upscaled. They just kind of go back and forth. It's like, at the end of the day, if you're going to say something, then stick to it. You know what I mean? We know that the Xbox One's a capable machine. You know what I mean? I think that it's a little bit. I don't know, it's kind of half-assed, you know. The game's not launching with the multiplayer. It's like, what's up with these games? Look at what the hell is that game?
Multiplayer? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it's not. They're patching it in later. It's like even what is that Hitman game? It's launching only digitally this year, and it's not even the full game.
I ain't buying that until that full game get on.
Oh yeah, that's
Kiss the baby of me
Yeah,
buying
I'm
this
not
episode.
I'm not touching anything.
I'm not touching it till the full game get on.
And I'm also not touching Activision because they are blocking it.
I'm with you 110%.
I canceled my Black Ops 3 pre-order. I was like, hey, screw
Yeah,
that. I was like, that's funny to me.
It's too many shooters out for me to get that one this year. Call of Duty gonna get a pass this year.
Yeah,
I'm going with Rainbow Siege.
Unless you're a hardcore Metal Gear person since the early years, I should say boycott that game as much as you can.
Dude, it's not just that, dude. I played the demo or whatever the hell it is on the free games for gold. Kiefer Sutherland is not Snake. It's so weird. It's bad. You know what I mean? Why is not, especially since, okay, like if I'm a bit, and this will maybe tell you a bit how much of a Metal Gear fan I was. Like I said, Metal Gear 1 on the PS1 was the first game. Like me and my buddy stayed up all night, you know, as teenagers or whatever, and played the whole night and beat it when it came out. Phenomenal experience. I loved all those games. And even the PSP one, which was what the hell was the PSP one? It's the prequel to this one, right? And so David Hayter is the voice of Snake in that. So why isn't he the voice in this one? It's like there's so much shadiness going on. Like they never gave you a real answer as to why he's not in there.
I didn't want to pay him. Shit, you know, Konami fucked up, man. It's probably everything. All fallouts happen over money. They probably didn't want to pay Kojima.
Yeah, but so they don't pay David Hayter, who's basically a voice actor and a writer, but they pay Kiefer Sutherland, who's like a, you know what I'm saying? He's like a big time actor. I don't understand.
All fallouts and breakups comes over money and finances, man.
Yeah, it's Peace Walker. It was a really good game on the PSP called Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. That was the prequel to this game, right? So I mean, and you had David Hayter doing the voice, so it doesn't make sense to me that they're not doing that with this. I mean, it's little things like that, like Master Chief. Like I wouldn't want them to change his voice. You know, like to me, that's like the best one, and the same thing with like those.
I wouldn't want him to change it. You're right.
Yeah, like the same thing with those Batman games, right? The first couple Arkham games was they had Kevin Conroy doing Batman and he was the one that did Batman back in the day in the animated series, and they had Mark Hamill do the Joker, and then they did the Origins one, and it was two different people, and it didn't sound right, and that's why I was happy that this newest Arkham game had both of them back. Yeah. You know, because it's like it just feels right. You know, it just feels good.
Yeah. Time out for once. His name is Jesse Howell. Shout out to
Yeah.
His mother passed away. I just found a tweet yesterday. Jesse Howell. Sorry for your loss, bro.
Yeah, sorry for your loss, Jesse, man.
I'm sorry, but as you were saying, crap. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But.
Yo, guys, real quick. Mark Rain, vice president and co-founder of Epic Games, got to check out a private demo of Crackdown at Gamescom. Can't wait.
Oh, Mark Rain, the president of Epic?
Yeah, 24,000 followers. He just sent that out.
But what the fuck is Epic doing? I'm waiting to see this fucking Samaritan game.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I don't know.
What are they doing? Yeah.
Taking their time, boy. Goodness. They're milking all the dollars out of that trash.
They did a you know, I'm glad that they kind of held off on the whole cloud talk for so long. You know what I mean? Like to me, they were just winding up that right cross. You know what I mean?
They was getting crucified for them.
Yeah, they were.
I always stuck by them though, and everyone here pretty much stuck by them.
Yeah, I don't pay Microsoft as being liars. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're a fucking Danny.
Not about technology.
Yeah, it's a fucking $1 trillion company. We're not talking about you know.
Like, I don't peg them for that.
I just like I said,
they might do some shady stuff somewhere else, but not there.
I just wish they would have stepped to their guns and what their vision for the Xbox One. Like the things they showed us at E3 2013, like I would love that stuff right now.
But what is your guys' thoughts on this? Right, you have a couple different things. You have people, and even some Xbox fans. Oh well, why are you guys only doing the destruction in the multiplayer? Right, that's actually a complaint. People are like, why not do it in the whole game? And like they don't understand. Like even Xbox dudes, I see tried and true Xbox dudes, say that. Why is it only the multiplayer? Right. Well, the bottom line is this: for them to do for the single players, for them to do two different ones, you basically have to code two different things, almost two entirely different campaigns, right? And you can't have a game, I don't think, that they don't want to do it, where they leave out a portion of gamers that maybe don't want to play online or have good internet. So, unfortunately, that's holding it back. So it's the people that would complain and bitch about an always online game. That new Need for Speed game is always online, and that's getting a ton of flack for being always online.
But Sony fans complaining.
At the end of the day, they're gonna buy the goddamn game. Like listen. Honestly, this is what leads me to believe, especially with this whole cloud shit, that this next generation, maybe our last consoles, everything may go to physical console, everything may go to the cloud. You know, how do you guys feel about that? You know, you never buy any new hardware. You're gonna stream your games online. You know, how would you feel about that?
I would be upset.
I like buying new hardware too, but
I want the hardware still. I don't think I'm out of the hardware stage.
I guess that's very possible, guys.
It is. You know, I mean, Sony's already said that their next console may not even be a physical console.
Well, it looks like we'll get one more at least from Xbox.
Phil
Spencer said so.
I'm hoping.
Oh, we're gonna get one more. You know, they're gonna get.
I get a little scared with that because
we're gonna get one more. They always said that. Well, maybe the next generation, we're gonna get one more. You know.
Yeah, I mean, like he's hinted out about it even in that tweet. He was like, "Well, not this gen. We're not gonna be doing that." You know what I mean? Just kind of there's like little hints and stuff, and I'm happy about that because I'm with next gen. I think that they want to jump the gun on Sony next gen, and I think they're gonna get a head start on them next gen. And I think that and like I said, I think they're gonna
Microsoft will crap.
Yeah,
do you realize though what kind of games we could play with this cloud compute technology?
Yes.
I'm excited to play Halo and Gears full destruction like that.
Yeah, but you have that. There's other things that they can do. This is like it's not just something simple. Like there's gonna be a developer or somebody that's gonna come up with some crazy idea like
exclusive.
You know, right? Like a different type of way of using the cloud. Whether it's like the water in Sea of Thieves, or if that's going to happen. But there's just so many possibilities that obviously destruction.
Could you imagine Titanfall 2? I'm just saying, it's fully
exactly.
using the cloud.
There's so many games. There's so many games that like a Blast Corps. You could even do a smaller type game with a cloud.
Titanfall 2 is going to get fucked up it's going to get dumbed down by being on the PlayStation. And I'm not talking about resolution. I'm talking about fucking. It's going to get dumbed down because that resolution shit didn't matter. It all came down to being able to have quality dedicated servers, and EA has never had that. You know, and I like the idea. I like the AI and all that stuff used in the cloud.
I think they're going to screw that game up.
Oh, it's just gonna be run off EA servers. I doubt there's gonna be AI or anything in it.
Yeah, all the people that were saying no parody. All the people that were saying no parody. Yeah, now who's the parody working on now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Listen, remember I told you guys that 2K is my favorite game, and they have a horrible online. Their network is dog shit. And I asked the guy. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna put him on blast. He follows me on. People follow each other on Twitter. And I asked him, I showed him that I bought both copies for the PS4 and for the Xbox One. I said, bro, if Microsoft gives developers access to their why don't you use? He said it would not be fair to Sony and their fans for us to use those things. That's what he said back to me. And I asked, well, they don't use Microsoft servers. That was his rebuttal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean that's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. That really tells you what developers think about advantages that gamers don't, right? They don't think there's an advantage to resolution being slightly higher on one console, but they do think of it as an advantage to have dedicated servers on one console. So that should make you guys think a little bit. You know what I mean? I mean, as far as I'm concerned,
that's what it said to me. Coming from a developer.
For me, if they're like, hey, Titanfall 2 is going to be on the PS4 1080p 60 frames per second, but it's just going to be using peer-to-peer or local Joe Bob servers, and the Xbox One can be 900p 60 frames per second, but use Azure, I'm going to be all over that. That's going to be the best version. I don't care about the extra resolution.
What do you guys think? You guys think there's a chance? I still think there's a 25% shot. It's not big. That Microsoft scoops up Titanfall 2.
I think 0% chances since Phil Spencer doesn't want. He doesn't want
It wasn't a console seller like they thought it was going to be. It didn't.
It wasn't, but remember, it was a console exclusive and still is, and so it's not like the other things. It's not like Square Enix deal. This was something that was theirs. It's still technically in his portfolio. So it is something that he could still, and you could very much tell that EA and Microsoft are definitely working together. You know what I mean? Like they're definitely working together. So
I mean, it'd be nice if it was, but I don't. Microsoft was looking at Titanfall to be their next Halo or their next Gears, and it didn't turn out that way.
The problem is if that's what they were expecting, they had to know that a campaign was necessary.
Well, here's what I believe, right? You still had some hate left over back then. That was only March of 2014, guys. Remember?
That was supposed to turn it around for them, though. That was their oh shit moment.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was supposed to turn it around for them, you know.
Yeah, like you were still getting some.
Oh yes.
Yeah, some hate and stuff.
DX12, you fucking you get the Xbox guys. DX12 is not gonna do shit for the Xbox One. That's what all that DX that was before, like, 12 shit and all these motherfucking icy bitches and all them.
I remember that.
Attacking us for nothing.
Man, we went through a lot of stupid stuff.
We've been through a lot of shit over here.
Unnecessary stuff, man. I'm talking pictures, all kind of trash.
This motherfuckers just being weirdos, like just worried about what the fuck we doing over here. We just doing our weekly show, and we didn't like it's crazy. We don't fuck with no one. Don't get me, today we had a little fun, you know, but we normally don't fuck with nobody. You know what I mean? We really didn't fuck with him. The guy's a fucking clown. Like he talks about us every fucking week. Fuck him. He's gonna do a video and curse you guys and fuck you fucking faggots and just calls a bunch of faggots and okay, I'm fag, I'm gay. Even though I'm sleeping with his grandmother, I'm protecting him, I'm fag. But you know what I mean? But no, we don't really fuck. We don't fuck. We mind our business over here. Like I said, we've been through war, hell over here, man. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Yeah,
we
buddy.
have been through hell for nothing. For just over our preference of being Xbox One. You know, now it's cool to own the Xbox One, buddy. 2013, 2014, nah. Forget about it, man. Forget about it, man. We got a few questions in the comment section. Shout out to the 282 people watching this live. We appreciate it. Thank you, man. Before you guys come to questions live. Listen, I'm looking at my Twitter now. They're tweeting my name and Heartache game. I said, don't tweet me. What the fuck is he, my father or something? Like, what the fuck? You know what you mean?
Oh, that shit was funny, dude. Come on, man. It's not even, you know,
man,
it's funny.
Oh yeah, I'm expecting he gonna do a video. And
I wouldn't give a fuck if he do, man.
That really don't mean Bill Beans.
You gotta do whatever you gotta do to breathe life into that graveyard ass channel. Give it mouth to mouth. Yeah, I'm gonna grab my channel dick. He ain't gonna play me in his gaming speech. He told me $20 for a blowjob, and then he wanted some ass. You know,
well, listen. Here's the deal with that guy. You know, the bottom line is that when you, like I said, he could say you're a fanboy, you're a cocksucker, whatever he does.
A corporate cocksucker.
Yeah, he's calling Red Dragon a corporate cocksucker after
us a corporate cocksucker too.
Where Red Dragon is showing him how ignorant he was, saying the cloud wasn't real and insinuating that Microsoft doesn't know what they're doing. I think he should check himself in the mirror because he's been exposed. Sit down, shut up, save your videos for something else, okay? As we call it, you're done fucked up, Hardy. Sit the fuck down.
That shit was funny for me.
Sit down.
He did a fucking video about Mooch. Mooch doesn't have a fucking channel.
Mooch didn't even have a channel, you know, so fucking funny.
Everybody knew who he was, Joe.
Make a video about me, and in the video, let me tell you something. You're a fucking fraud. Shut up and sit the fuck down. Stick to that stupid video, talking shit to Red. You know what? Stop trying to bring the street to Red. You got fucking exposed. Sit the fuck down.
Hey, Fish Booty. Hey, Hardy, a.k.a. Fish Booty. Sit your funky ass down somewhere.
Sit down. Stop trying to bring the street cred or whatever the fuck you're doing to Red. Because you know what? You're in the wrong, bro. You're the one who's wrong. So you know what? Let your ego go and sit the fuck down and make a video about some fucking PS4 video. I don't care.
No. He changed his tone. He said now was the time to own all the consoles. Now was the time.
He changed his tone too when he got exposed.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess when you get like your channel is dying and stuff, you flip flop all. You're like a fish, man.
Listen, I don't give a shit about his things. You don't come after somebody acting like you're a fucking tough, calling him a fag and all this stuff. You know what, dude? You ain't that tough, okay? You know what? Don't act like you're tough, because you know what? In the end, when you're wrong, you get punched in the mouth. So sit the fuck down.
Hey, Phil. Damn, Tim Dog. Tell me how you feel, Tim Dog.
I just think
listen, I'm gonna let him roll.
He could have showed respect to Red and said, you know what, you got me. But instead,
that video
trying to bring the street to him or something. Oh, you ex-fag and all this stuff.
You caught the fuck up.
You're wrong. Sit down.
Holding to something I said 2 years ago. I said that shit 2 years ago. I said that shit with that phone that dick. I don't feel that way no more. He gonna pay me 24 blowjob and 40 for some ass. That's when I pulled the dick.
Hey, you on the road today, boy. You on them daggone medication again, boy.
Sir, I'm rocking 2 fentanyl patches today, ladies and gentlemen. So please forgive me. I'm sorry, Heartache. What the fuck is his name again? I forgot his fucking name. Oh my god. But anyway,
Philly cheesesteak or something.
Yeah. What the fuck is his fucking name? Oh my god. But anyway, yeah. I'm sorry. I do. Sean Williams. That's his name. Sean Williams. I apologize, Sean Williams. I don't want any problems, man. So to go make your video, calls a bunch of corporate cocksuckers, motherfuckers. You get that $12,000 PC, you don't even play that shit. Man, fuck you. Fuck that shit. What the hell? How old are you? You got any fucking base? He talks like his nuts didn't drop yet. Like his nuts are still in his fucking stomach or something. Like, what the fuck? Shut the fuck. My wife said, what the fuck is wrong with his voice? Like, I don't know. So why is he talking like that? Talking about faggots and sucking his... What? Baby, I don't know. Then I played the audio for him. Yeah, grab that nigga dick. You gonna choke me out and try to check my yams. I'm like, what?
Whatever.
Fuck. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. That's a little sidebar here. Look, sometimes we just go off a little script here on Big Game and Small Talk podcast. We do apologize for any new listeners out there, but we're going to be more professional next week. That I promise. But,
here's a question for Booch.
I got his back because, you know what, he was right. So.
Yeah, you know what, Red Dragon, he does. I'll say this: Red Dragon is very professional, and he's managed to kind of get his way up to being quite successful without having to deal with like the crumb side.
That's sad though, man. When you just, you know what I mean? Like that was really uncalled for. I'm on my business. I didn't say, Red can take care of himself, but that shit that he did, it was very embarrassing.
Yeah, disgusting.
Big cocksuckers.
Yeah, I mean, hey, guess what?
It's that shit 2 years ago. I got me an Xbox One now. I'm like, what? Oh my god.
Get an Xbox One now, right? Yeah, now that flip around, flip flop, flip.
Booty.
Yeah, hey, guess what, guys? PS4 is great. Nope, Xbox is great. PC, guys, PC.
Yeah, fucking, what do you want? First he got a PC, sell it, then he get a PS4. Like, what the fuck is wrong with that guy? Got fucking Tourette's or something.
Y'all crazy.
Here's talking about, was that BG you're talking about, or Arsenal?
No, Hard 8.
Oh, I mean, it's all the same. It's all the same bullshit.
I get confused when we talk about flip floppers. Or something.
Yeah, like motherfucker's a weirdo, man.
Well, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Telling us about the cloud. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fuck. You're gonna listen to Red or Hard 8? I mean, come on. You tell me about the cloud, okay?
I think everybody in this podcast took something special before they came with this damn boy.
Tim went in.
Honestly, I just didn't like what I saw with Red.
Tim Dog, it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
Don't bring it to that level. Respect Red. You guys can talk. I fight with people. I never bring it to that level. You know what I mean?
Tadpole's got some funny comments in here, dude. You guys gotta read those comments.
Read them.
I'm not gonna read them, but you can read them.
Wait, black shit. Where the fuck they at? I can't see. Somebody fucking.
It's about 5 or 6 down from the top.
Hold on. I gotta read it. Hold on. It's newest. Let me Predator. Let me Is it from newest first or comments first? I just refreshed the page. Oh, shit. I got so many goddamn comments up here. Lace Chuck. Shout out to Lace Chucks. I don't know, I'll find it. If you see a question here, read a couple questions, I'll find it. I see it, right, wait. I can't wait to watch Hard Eight's response and see him pretend not to be biased because he sold his PS4, even though the only reason he sold it was because he spent all his food stamps on PC parts that he doesn't use and forgot to buy food for his kids. Since he's such a shitty father and doesn't care about his children. Damn, that shit funny to me. Come to fucking fun me, Hardy. You pussy foot faggot. I'll teach you to grab another man's dick. Damn. Man. What you couldn't read it? What the fuck was so bad about that? I think
Can we get off of this and get back to the birth? Y'all go ahead, man.
Oh my god. Digital Service, you should change the name to the podcast. And this shit funny to me. Yeah, fuck it, man.
Yo, listen, Hard Eight's so hard up. He's listening to our show. He just made a show about us. That's how in tune he is to us. So actually, truth hurts, brother. Thanks for listening. I won't be watching your video, bro.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. And you coping cocksuckers.
Truth hurts. Truth hurts. And so does
bottom line, you know, Red Dragon's video was right. You know, he didn't say anything he just added a little snippet because it was probably just too long and he didn't want to listen to all that trash. So, you know, but the point of what he was saying, he was a doubter.
Yeah, that's all.
You was a doubter of the cloud.
Yeah, that's all. He called you out on, like, you know what I mean? Like, you
guys call us out on many things, bro.
It is what it is.
And the way he responded was
move on past that trash.
Yeah. And the way he responded was X-Fag, your Xbox cocksucker, all this stuff, you know, acting like a real fool. So I'm glad we roasted his ass right now. Because you know what? I know I got more views too.
Dang, boy, that video went up quick. He had that bad boy like
damage control video up. Thank you.
I got one here from Mr. P. Y'all guys are crazy today, man.
This might be the
right here was off the
hook. Red's truth, man.
You know, the Mr. P flows put next gen 720. If you can revamp one OG Xbox exclusive on the Xbox One, what would it be and why? I would say me and you guys can pick one too. OG Xbox, you can bring back a remake. I'm gonna say Jade Empire because I like you know the whole story. You know I like a story based driven game. You know what I mean? So I would love to see a game like BioWare take their time and give it that some dollop, some next generation graphics. But Jade Empire was the shit, man. Either that or Ant Rising, either one of the two. But I'm gonna say Jade Empire. What about you guys? What OG
I like game? You know what? I like Crimson Skies a lot. I thought that was pretty good.
Okay.
You know, but I also did. You guys hear the rumor about KOTOR?
Yes, I heard about it.
KOTOR is what I was thinking.
Yeah, there's talking that it could possibly even be an exclusive. Which the only way that I would see that happening is if Microsoft had some kind of publishing rights still. You know what I mean? Because they published it on the original Xbox. There could be some kind of deal. But they could cut some kind of deal with EA. Who knows? But
what is it? Disney? They own the whole Star Wars thing, and they have a contract with EA. They're the only one that can make Star Wars games, and EA owns BioWare now. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
That's funny to me, bro.
Yeah, that's funny to me. What about you, dog? If you could choose one OG Xbox game, what would it be?
OG Mechasort?
Oh, okay, Mechasort.
With the cloud.
Okay, with the power.
Mechasort with the cloud.
Okay, with the cloud. Okay, what about you, Mooch? The Mooch.
Man, I was thinking about that. Damn, what the hell is that one? The one that had required that massive controller that's still $200.
What you say?
Battle. What is it? Battle.
Steel Battalion.
Steel Battalion. Thank you.
Hey, next gen.
I cannot think of shit.
I got that game.
Next gen, there's a request for you to play Hard Eight's new video about you on the show live.
Oh shoot, we should go in here and hear him crying.
Yeah, want to hear?
Yeah.
Let's bring it.
Let me go to this channel. We about to play it live. All right.
Hey, I'm gonna say my game real quick. It'll be Quest of the Dragon.
I will see Hard 8 time. I'm about to play it live for us. Hold on. Hard 8.
That's a good
You made
pick,
it video
Sean.
that quick though? Jesus.
Game.
He must have been.
Hey,
Even Hard 8's a fan of BGST. Come on, you know he was watching.
That's
He made it. Listen, 8 minutes ago, he made a. We got me in the front. Or maybe because I was roasting him the most. Let me know if you guys can hear it. You guys can hear it?
Yeah, we hear it.
Is it too loud?
No, it's good.
Turn it back up.
Right.
Turn it back up.
Oh yeah.
Turn it back up.
Turn it up.
Oh
shit, man. Zaire, what up, nigga? Start. Now I pulled your car. And that gay shit is fake, man. This boy ain't hard.
Oh, he's spitting, boy.
He just went nuts.
That was hot and ready, man. He had that on.
And there's no pun intended. This beef I ended. If you feeling tough today, I guess you had your spinach. I'm spitting all fat. Your ass gonna spin it. Freckles all over your face, man. Your ass.
The cloud ain't real.
Like mine, so you make up shit. You a clown without the big shoes and makeup shit. And your wife need a real man to wake up with. You the type to throw a tantrum and break up shit. 4 titans in your rib, you fool like your kids. And you wonder why them flames came and burned your crib.
Oh!
Like ugly with the cookie face.
He's spitting bars.
You wouldn't look my way. Now let's get back to that house, cause that burned down, right? And you lost everything except the clothes on your back. You still got everything. When you learn how to act, instead of going back and forth, won't you show all the facts? Like the house being burned, won't you show all that? The shit, if you don't believe me, it's just more in your lives.
Oh.
A pillar added to your moral demise. I can see it in your eyes. Ain't no truth in you, blood. Throwing up signs. What the fuck you do for the blood? You was at the zoo feeding pigs, chicken. Not to get with my plug. Let's word to your flag, motherfucker. I'm bad. I'm from the truth. And best believe I ride like a cat. You supposed to be a dad, but you act all wild.
Dang, Z, you got niggas making songs about you. What?
Man.
You went nuts.
The shit, dog. That's how you went. 2 shirts to hold the door, dirty clothes on your back.
Now you gotta rap back, right, next gen?
Oh, hell no.
I see right through you. Cause I come from the bricks, don't let this YouTube fool you. Got exposed on the state for passing clothes. You ignore it. What the fuck are you doing? Got some shit that's for your age if you fucking with porn. And it's real easy to find. Just Google a site. And now I'm using them dick pills. Let me fool with your wife. Yeah, I'm pushing stuff. Do what you like. And yeah, this nigga heated, but I'm cool with some ice. You a bitch wanna get dark and act a fool in the light. Fake gangster playing a victim, you ain't doing it right. Trying to meet you out of Philly. You wanted to make good. A whole bunch of jokes.
Here we go with that again.
Don't pass at all. The back of that fake shit. A whole bunch of games I ain't the nigga to play with. They try to use your master. You cool for that dude. When your house burned, didn't it make room for you, dude? So you bring what you got, your children, your wife. You a fire survivor. You ain't living that life. You in the hood with your grandma. You don't live where it's nice, where it's white picket fences, the grass is green, and your neighbor make a tuna casserole for the team. Big backyard, and at the foot
Okay.
of the stream,
Drake versus Meek Mill.
Hey, somebody should tell him that he should stop using Beats.com for those 99-cent beats, man. That shit's weak. That's terrible, man.
Well, the whole shit was, and fuck it, man. Just in case you miss it, man. I give you guys the official Heartache disc, Next Gen 720. These ain't call me a corporate cocksucker, I don't think.
Yeah.
He's just singing songs about you, so you must be doing something.
Hey, Z.
Yo.
This dude had to sit. You know how long it take to write some rhymes, bro?
Oh,
This
no,
dude sat there for a while to write them rhymes for you, bro. I would feel honored, bro.
Hey, man, I'm trying to tell you, man. I told you, man.
Hey,
And listen, now you know I don't fuck with these weirdos, man.
Hey, the funny thing is, dude, you're living like rent free in this guy's head, dude. Like seriously, he obviously was watching. He was
you
watching.
get exposed on the cloud, you make a rap video. It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's logic for you. That's like of course, that's logic. I mean, obviously, look, when those dudes are making videos about me, that's the first thing I think to do, right? I'm gonna rap about it, and you know,
rap song.
See how that
He had one of them grab a fist full
I'm about to make a rap song. Listen here, man. Listen, man. He paid me $20.
Drake did it.
Listen, all that street shit you talking. I'm gonna say this one thing to you, bro. And I ain't trying to glorify any of that shit, whatever, bro. My name is Al Bishmay Zaire Hamana Al-Tariq Johnson. It's my whole name in entirety. I ain't got a lie and say I've been in jail for 8 years and all that made up shit, nigga. The first time I ever been to prison, 14 years old for a motherfucking murder. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. Bro, you was a fucking fraud. You ain't a fucking, you just, all that fake tough shit. I offered to come see you. I offered to pay, actually, I offered to pay your way here. You know, what you do, you turn around and block me on Skype. So if you're going to tell the truth, tell the whole motherfucking truth. But all this shit went on YouTube and all on Twitter. I came to you as a man, asked you if you have a problem with me, but you turned around and blocked me and made a video about it. So all that fake tough shit, bro, stop it, man. Listen, I don't believe you. You need more people. Stay down there in Georgia and you're lying talking about you bought a home and live in a fucking complex. Like, stop it, bro. You don't listen, man. Listen, I own several properties, but it's neither here nor there. Listen, bro, you's a fucking weirdo. You got a dead ass channel, and your girl is tired of supporting you. That's why you tired of listening. She said this is gonna be the last motherfucking console that she buy your motherfucking raggedy ass. Like, you know what I mean? I don't buy and trade in shit, nigga. You don't hear me talking. I'm selling an Xbox this week or a PS4 this week. I ain't gotta do all that. My money right, bro. So don't get your shit together. Get your shit together. I ain't gotta sell shit, bro, to buy something new. That's the difference between me and you, bro. But anyway,
hey, man, he had that sitting on pause for a while, bro.
So next time they mention my name, we'll drop this.
That was a hot and ready moment right there, boy. That boy popped that out quick.
You sell consoles. You selling GPUs to buy the PS4. I ain't gotta do all that, bro. I got two 980s right behind me. I ain't played that game with that motherfucker yet. Why? Because I can. Get your money together. Don't clock mine, clock the time, bro. But anyway, man, we do 3 more questions. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking weirdos. But at least he ain't call me a corporate cocksucker, though.
Yeah, hey, you got that going for you. Yeah.
He ain't going. Shout out to Jay Williams, the graphics guy, man. He said, hi, Bgst crew. I wish I could be listening, but I'm still sitting under a tarp in the forest and it's pouring. What the fuck?
Yeah,
you
on vacation.
Listen, you better be careful for the aliens that get you, man. The adult people in the wilderness. I bullshit you not, man. Some of you guys with these fucking names, man. Suede Head 00. Next Gen, the voice you're doing is fucking hilarious. That's how he sounds, man. Yeah. Yeah, but Heathen Deluxe. Why were you shot, Next Gen? Stupid streets is slinging that power. Now I got caught having sex with somebody's grandmother, and their grandfather caught me coming out the back door, and he put a cap in my ass, man. I got shot by an 85-year-old man. I'm sleeping with his old lady. Digital Syrup put Hard 8 said he doesn't give a fuck, but he goes on a 13-minute rant because some edit audio. The message was still the same. That shit is funny to me. Yep. It's still down the cloud, but doesn't make editing the clip fraudulent. It just proved Red Dragon's point, which is true. You know what I mean? There was no need for the Red Dragon to put his whole audio because he was saying like he didn't believe the cloud, but it is what it is, man. We can do one more. I would say, okay, this is for Mooch. Listen, I might well say it first before anyone, but Mooch, any closer to your own YouTube channel? When's the channel coming, Mooch?
We'll have it out this week, for real.
This week, Mooch will be there.
Just give him some verbal
you gonna have a hangout on your channel with the first video, Mooch? You gonna have a hangout with everybody?
Yeah, well, actually, I was gonna throw just a quick 5-minute show out there, just doing like a show like you guys do every day. But then I want to immediately follow it up next day with you guys on for sure.
Okay, so you got an exclusive. The Mooch will bring. He's gonna do a 5-minute video, and he's gonna do a hangout on his channel. You know what I mean? But
funny as hell.
Funny as hell, no holds barred. But anyway, thank you guys for listening. And he paying me 20. I'm not he wasn't getting no ass either, man. So I'm not glad he wasn't coming quick enough.
Whenever somebody disrespects me now, I'm gonna make a rap about him and go to beats.com. Get the cheapest beat possible.
In his mind, his conscience was talking to him like, "You drink,
right?
do that new song, yeah."
Listen here, he went from YouTube to the streets of the 8 Mile. Oh, what you the black Eminem? Knock it off. Black boy, knock it off. 8 Mile shit on me, didn't he?
Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. That's hot. Bars.
Take that. Next gen, he's a beast. Shout out to the 280 who be watching us live, man, and thank you for rocking out with us. We catch you guys next week, or maybe later on this week on Craft's channel, whatever the case may be. We appreciate it, man. Bang bang, we out of here.
Rack 'em up. Bang bang.